RIO Skagit MOW tips are based on the type of sink tips that Skagit maestros Mike McCune, Scott O'Donnell and Ed Ward have designed and used for years. Not only are the MOW tips exceptionally easy to cast, but they also give anglers far more precision and depth control than has ever been possible in the past.
The MOW tip concept is simple. Keep the tip length the same regardless of how long the sinking section is. The majority of MOW tips are 10 feet long and feature a combination of floating and sinking line that gives anglers the greatest depth control. The tips are as follows: 10-foot floating tip, 7.5 feet of floating line seamlessly integrated into 2.5 feet of sinking tip, 5 feet of floating line integrated into 5 feet of sinking tip, 2.5 feet of floating line integrated into 7.5 feet of sinking tip, 10-foot level sink tip, 12.5-foot level sink tip. Each tip features RIO's new skinny welded loop in both ends for the easiest and fastest rigging.
There are 3 different sizes of Skagit MOW tips. The light MOW tips are designed for unweighted or lightly weighted flies. These tips feature T8 for the sinking sections and are color-coded with either a white floating section or a white sleeve on the full sinking sections. These tips are ideal for Skagit lines of 475 grains or lighter. The medium MOW tips are great for medium to heavy flies and carry T11 for their sinking section. These tips are color-coded either with the light green floating section or a green sleeve on the loop of the full sinking tips. These are also great tips for Skagit lines between 450 and 600 grains. The heavy MOW tips are perfect for casting the heaviest and largest of flies and utilize T14 for the sinking sections. These tips are color-coded either with a light blue floating section or a blue sleeve on the rear loop of the full sinking tips. They're great tips for Skagit lines between 450 and 750 grains. Skagit MOW tips are perfect for fishing through a pool at a variety of depths. An angler can literally mow through the pool, starting off shallow when necessary, and then changing the tip to fish a little deeper, changing again to get deeper still, and again until all depths have been thoroughly covered.
You know, one of the things that's just amazing is how well these integrated tips cast. This is the 5 and 5 T14. It's just unbelievable. I've got a pretty large rabbit fur strip type fly on there. And it's absolutely effortless. There's nothing to it. These are better than anything that I ever built. Been fishing and guiding with these, with the prototypes, for a couple of months now, and it's just amazing how clean it is. I mean, this really puts the capital F back into fun, man.